Hi, my name is Catalina Ruiz. I'm 23 years old and I am from Bogota. Currently, I am starting 9th semester of Industrial Engineering, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about a very important fact that happened in Colombia, that is the signature of the Peace Treaty, that is identified with the following image. Now I'm going to talk about what was the signing of the peace treaty and those who was involved in this. So now the definition of peace treaty, in what consists. So I'm going to explain and talk about it. So the peace treaty is the end of the armed confrontation that will mean in two stages or two parts. First of all, the end of the armed conflict is the end of the enormous suffering that has caused this conflict because people have suffered many losses and in different ways, like in life, material, economic, and different stuff. Secondly, the end of the conflict will mean the opening of a new chapter in our history that will have that this means that we have no war anymore. So, in conclusion, it is about of building an stable and lasting peace with the participation of all Colombian people. Talking about the picture that I put earlier or before in this video, there are three people in this image that are very important for the signature of the peace treaty. So, one of them is Juan Manuel Santos. Juan Manuel Santos was born on August 10 of 1951 in Bogota, Colombia. He is the ex-president of Colombia who has carried out a whole development plan in order to end the armed conflict with the Colombian Armed Revolutionary Forces, or FARC, through a peace treaty. This peace treaty promises several things for both parts. One part is the victims, and the other part is the member of this armed group, or FARC. Other people or other person that is in this image is Rodrigo Londoño, known as Timochenko. Timochenko, or Rodrigo Londoño, was born on January 10 on 1959 in Tebaida, Quindío. He was the last commander-in-chief of the FARC and was in charge of signing the peace treaty with Juan Manuel Santos. Also, he was the person that established the different conducts for this group or his group to lay down their arms. The last person I'm going to talk about that appears in the image is Raúl Castro. I'm going to talk about Raúl Castro because in order for the peace treaty to be valid, different countries were cited to back it up and guarantee it. So, Raúl Castro was born in June 3, 1931 in Viran, Cuba. And at the time of the signing of the peace treaty, he was the president of Cuba. So, to the question, what does the signing of the peace treaty mean for Colombia? Well, I think there are many things that will be better in our country. But here I present different things. Like, the signing of the peace treaty is to take a step towards social stability. What does this mean? What does it mean? Well, this means that there is not going to be war, no more conflict, and no more arms in the different parts of the country. Other thing is to take a step towards the improvement of agricultural and livestock production, because this area of the country is very affected for the conflict, for the armed conflict. Other thing that I going to say is to take a step towards foreign investment. What does this mean, or what this is going to improve? Well, it's going to make it much safer and more tranquil. And the last thing is that the resources of the country are not going to be dedicated to war, but to social investment like education.